to Yoga with Joan Bossy. Thank you so much for joining me on my YouTube channel. And this is Yoda, our Frenchie, who sometimes joins me. Today is a post-workout stretch. So maybe when you have just taken a run, you're at the gym and you've just completed a weightlifting workout, you've just swam or taken a long walk or hike and your muscles are sore, you should always stretch to get the lactic acid out so that your muscles won't be so sore. So let's begin. So taking a moment to settle in, sitting up tall, taking a couple breaths here. Just centering yourself. We'll take our hand, the right hand, I'll mirror you, placing it down, lifting the left arm up, and stretching overhead. Nice long line of energy, reaching with those fingertips. And we'll send that arm down. We'll bring the other arm up. Stretching overhead again. Reach, reach, reach. And coming back down. Hands come to the knees as we re-emphasize our torso circles here. Going to in one direction first. Loosening up those joints. Keeping those sits bones grounded. And then we'll go the other way. Maybe coming forward and dropping the head and shoulders. Maybe when you come back, you round. Head and neck drops as you come forward. Maybe round that back. Just emphasizing the movements and the muscles you use as you twist here in the circles. One more. Good. Coming back to the center. We'll do a twist, sending the arms up out of the waist. Dropping the arm over to the opposite knee as we twist over. Taking a breath here. And then we'll go the other way. Keeping that spine long as you use your waist muscles to twist here. And then gently coming back, reaching out, stretching, dropping that head and that neck if that feels good. And then coming back up. Get that spine loosened up, coming to our hands and knees. We'll drop the belly, lifting the chin for cow. Exhaling to cat. Maybe turning the toes under as you round that spine. Inhale. And exhale. Taking another round. And exhaling, rounding that spine. And then we'll turn the toes under and reach up. Hips go high into our downward dog. Heels stretch back. Oh, nice back stretch here. Pushing into those hands, heels reaching for the floor. Bending one knee, stretching out that calf, bending the other. Continuing to pedal your legs or coming to stillness. And then coming into that nice downward dog here. One more breath. And we'll bend those knees generously as we walk towards the front of your mat. I'll come over here so you can see me. We're going to hold the elbows. We're going to hang down. Letting the head and the neck go. Maybe making some movement here. Bringing some weight to the front of that foot. We tend to hold it in our heels when we forward bend. Maybe letting the arms just dangle down. Again, making some movement from side to side. Another breath here. And then dropping the elbows if you had them. Bending the knees as you rise up, reaching up, exhaling the hands together. We'll take a side stretch, inhaling up to the one side, reaching. And then we'll come to the other side. Nice long line of energy. Good. Perfect. So you're at the front of your mat. You're going to inhale up, reach. Exhale down, forward fold. Our second forward fold, letting the head go down. 2 more breaths here. Again, maybe holding the elbows, maybe widening the feet a little. Let the head and neck go with gravity, reaching, letting it reach down as on its own. And then bringing those feet back together. We're going to take a step back with our right leg. We'll come into low lunge here. This is a great hip opener. So, activating that core. Allowing your arms to reach up if that feels good. Take a little stretch over to the left. Let that hand come down on a block or a book or the earth as you reach over. Nice stretch here in the hips. Psoas muscle, hip flexor. And then hands can come back to that knee. So letting that hip bend forward, breathing here. Hands come down as we start to come to the heel of that foot. Straighten that leg. We're going to fold over that leg. We're going to send this left hip back. Sending that chest forward. And then you're going to bend that knee. We're going to take a couple times, bending the knee and then straightening, folding over in half splits. Another 2 times. And then when you come to your last time here, reach over, nice stretch here. Subtly feel that left hip pulling back as you lean forward to that chest. Another breath, that feels good. And then we'll let that foot drop. Heel toeing the foot over to the left side. Staying right here. Maybe coming down onto the mat with your elbows. If you need more of a stretch here. Staying right here in lizard pose. Breathing here. Option to gently push into the left thigh. Maybe looking up gently. You can also bring that back foot in for a nice quad stretch here. Reaching for that toe. Breathing. Holding it. 1 more breath. And then letting it go. Back to lizard here. Taking a breath. And again, maybe you're on your forearms. Maybe you're reaching forward gently with the chest. And we're going to walk out of that. Heel toeing the foot back to the center. We'll step forward into that forward fold briefly. And then we'll bend the knees and rise, reaching up. Hands come to the heart. We'll go again, other side, reach up. Exhale down. Nice inhale, halfway lift. So now we're sending that left foot back this time, coming to the ball of that foot. Knee comes down. Sending your arms onto your knee, lean forward gently. Letting that hip open. Nice opener here. Arms can be on the knee or lift. An option to drop that right arm and lean a little bit over to the right. Stretch here. Another breath. Good. Reach up. Sending our arms to frame that front foot, coming to the heel of that foot as we begin to straighten that foot, pulling, drawing that right hip back gently, gently as we lean forward. Nice stretch for those legs after your workout and your hips here. I really feel it in my calf and my glute muscle and my hamstring here. We're going to take another breath in Hamanasana or half splits. And then bringing that foot back. We'll bend and straighten 3 times. 3 or 4 times on your own. Holding. I love these stretches with the legs. They really feel good in the hips, which get so tight. So again, reaching over, we'll hold here for a couple breaths. Your yoga breathing really comes in handy when you do these post-workout stretches. Another full breath. Good. Sending that foot back, and we'll heel toe it over to the right. Bringing our hands to the middle here. Staying here in our hands. You can also use a book or a yoga block to set those elbows on, or hands, or come all the way down if that feels good. I know this hip is a little tighter than my other hip, so I'm really feeling it in this hip. Now you can stay right here, continuing to open up that hip, stretching, or you can take that right hand, pushing into the thigh a little bit as you maybe take a look up. Breath here. You can also bring that heel towards you, taking a quad stretch here, reaching, drawing that foot gently towards you. And if this isn't accessible, you're in lizard pose, you're fine, you're stretching your hip here. This is an option. This is a really good option for those quads which get so tight from running. I did run this morning and I can really feel it in my quad. So continuing to breathe here in lizard pose. Maybe you're opening up that thigh, maybe you're on your hands. Again, wherever you are is perfect as long as you feel a stretch. Another breath. Good. Heel toeing the foot towards the center a little bit again. Hands frame the foot as we send that foot forward. Flat back, inhale. Exhale down, taking that forward fold. We rise up, reach up, hands come to the heart. We're going to step wide, taking a nice forward fold here. You can bring your arms back, reaching back, stretching those shoulders. This is a good opportunity to stretch the shoulders on your way down. Sending the head, the crown of the head towards the floor as you stretch the shoulders. Relax them down. Let gravity go. Let gravity send your head and your neck and your shoulders down. And you can keep your fingers interlaced, or if you decided not to do that, you can send your arms, walking your fingers backwards through your legs for a deeper fold, and we're going to do that in a second. We're going to let our hands go if you had them, walking our hands a little bit backwards through our legs, reaching down with the crown of the head. Breathing here. Nice stretch. You activating those legs, pushing into the legs. One more breath. Beautiful. This is a nice opportunity to take a nice stretch here. Left hand plants under the face as we reach up with that right arm. Reach. And then we'll do the other side. Opposite hand plants, opposite arm reaches up. Feels really good in the shoulders, the legs, the hips, the chest. One more breath. Good, and then we'll come down. Hands come to your fingertips as you inhale. Hands can come to that waist as you begin to rise up. And you can turn those toes out for a goddess pose here. Coming down, tailbone shooting straight down. Taking your hands on your thighs lightly. As we stretch that shoulder forward, taking a look back, dropping that right shoulder, and then we'll drop the left shoulder towards the middle. Breathing here, and then coming back up, reaching up. Hands can come to the heart. Beautiful. Coming back to the front of our mat. We'll fold down, reach up. Sending ourselves down. Inhale, maybe halfway lifting your shins or on the floor. Exhale to forward fold. And we'll step back to downward dog. Nice back stretch here. You can also take child's pose. And we'll lift that right leg, opening up that hip a little by bending that knee. And then we'll do the other side, stretching the right opposite leg up, bending that knee, pushing, grounding into the hands and the foot that are on the ground. Stretch stretching that leg back out. Down you go. And then we'll drop the knees if we're not there yet in child, sending the hands forward, sending the hips back. Taking a nice grounding back stretch in child's pose, reaching forward with those hands. Now we'll add the shoulder stretch. So coming forward, you're on your knees for puppy. So sending those hands out. Chest is reaching towards the floor. It doesn't matter how far you come down as long as you stretch. Chin can reaching for the floor, or the head can be reaching for the floor. Now, if you'd like to add a shoulder stretch, come to the fingertips of those hands. Then send the chest down, send the chin down, and hold wherever you are, feeling a nice long line of stretch from the fingertips to the shoulders. Oh, that does feel good. One more breath. And then we'll stretch back up, raising the head up, walking the hands back. We'll take a gate pose. We'll send one leg out. Toes can be pointed forward, diagonal. Coming up, finding your balance. We'll stretch over to the right, to your leg, if you're on the right or the left, whatever works. Breathing here. Oh, and then we'll go the other way. I think something fell over there. Coming back here, reaching with the fingertips. Reaching with the toes, pushing into the toe, reaching with the fingertips. Good, circle stretch. And then coming back to gate. Briefly, another stretch. Beautiful. Come to your hands, set up for the other side. I don't know what that was. I think something dropped. I think the TV wire came out from behind the TV. So sending the arm up, reaching over. Yoda, I'm sorry, honey, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, you go back to sleep. Everything's okay. Stretch, stretch, stretch into your gate. And sending the top arm over to circle pose. Nice stretch here from your weightlifting, your swimming, whatever you did. Coming back. Last time in gate. Good. And we'll come back onto our mats. Almost done. We're going to take our 4 square stretch, so coming down to our backs and our bellies. Taking our right leg across the left thigh. Ankle over that thigh as we draw. We can actually stay right here if that's enough. Maybe you're so tight and you need to stay here, pushing into that thigh, or draw that left knee towards you, flexing both feet. Oh, that feels good on the hip. So hold there once you feel a good stretch there. Breathing into it. Dropping that foot down. We'll go to the other side. Doing great. And again, stay here or draw a leg in. Breathing into your belly. Relaxing the face. So if you're at the gym or you're at home, wherever you are, this is a great, quick, nice body opener to do right after a tough workout. Good, letting that foot drop. And then we'll take a couple bridges here. Hands come firmly onto the floor as we push the pelvis up for a bridge, using those back muscles. We'll come back down. 2 more. Good. Last one. And if you're on your last one, you can come back down, setting the knees into the chest. We're going to take a nice twist here, which feels really good on the back muscles. Take a little side-to-side roll here if that feels good before we begin. And we're going to cross the right leg over that thigh. And you don't have to cross it if you're very tight. You can just drop your knees. I'm going to cross, and you can cross twice with your legs or just once, letting those knees drop over. And you don't even have to cross. Let that right arm reach out, shoulder blade on the floor. And if the shoulder blades aren't on the floor, you can uncross your legs. So you have not that much of a twist there, lesser twist. twist so that your shoulder blades can remain on the ground, which you want as you take this twist. Breathing again into those tight muscles in the hips. Good, nice, nice, nice. And then we're gonna go to the other side. I like to bring my knees into the center, take a little squeeze in, and if that doesn't feel right, that's fine too, just keep them here. And again, you can cross once or twice, letting those knees drop over, reaching, maybe looking in the opposite direction. And of course, the neck hurts to look over, you can look up. Again, both shoulder blades on the ground. Adjust your legs if you need to, if your shoulder blades aren't pinned on the floor. Another breath in. Beautiful. This really feels good, this twist on my back. It was stiff after I did my run today. Sending the legs wide and then sending your hands towards those feet for a nice happy baby here. Bending those knees, taking a little rock. Oh, again, that feels good on the back maybe for you. And you can always straighten one leg and then straighten the other. And then lastly, I'd love, if you have time, put your legs up for a moment, maybe hold them in place. You can also slip a block or a book underneath your lower spine. That's really gonna help get those legs a little higher and get that heart below your legs. Nice restful pose after you went running or hiking. Using those legs and letting that circulation, letting the blood come down. While you're here, you can roll those ankles one way a few times, rolling the other way, pointing and flexing the feet. And take another 3 breaths here, and you're welcome to stay here as long as you'd like. Getting the heart below the legs is so good for your circulation. And then you can, when you're ready, like I said, you can stay here longer. You can pause the tape. And earlier we did a bridge. You can also take that block and turn it to any height underneath and keep your feet in bridge, but just let the hips open up a little. Let them open, let everything sink down. Gravity's gonna draw your body down. And you can stay in this restful pose too if that feels good. This is supported bridge pose. And the block can be any height you like. I mean, sometimes I actually like to reach my back up if I really need a stretch, but most of the time I'll keep it lower. And then you're welcome to stay in the supported bridge if that feels good. Sending the feet towards each other for butterfly on your back. And again, knowing you did what's best for your body, worked out today. Your cardiovascular system thanks you. And now your muscles and your ligaments, the fascia, the connective tissue all thank you. I'll take another breath here. Beautiful. And then a nice long stretch, arms reaching out, feet reaching in the opposite direction. Bring the knees in. We'll roll over to your favorite side, pushing up into your seated position, finding your way back. And then taking a couple breaths here, like you did in the beginning. Thank you all for stretching with me today. Namaste. Which means the light and teacher in me honors the light and teacher in all of you. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a great day. Bye.